wavy boy, you got the heat?
What's up, YouTube? Bullet. Let me stop. Unless y'all like me, I can come in that way. Food are not too big to be like unraveling slowly like I thought I was about to. Today we are getting into. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. I don't know, my hair be messing up, so I might be acting like, it's a big anticipation, but we both don't know. So let's go. Yeah, I didn't let it set for a minute. I mean, I'm about to dive in. Happy Saturday. I really hope I posted this on Saturday. Today, we are going to talk about my car crash. It is a year since it happened. Yeah, I crashed on July 4th, but I was not drunk. I was not intoxicated. I was on the way to work. But let's get into that. Yeah, let's go. I was on the way to work. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like 3 in the afternoon. I had to work from 3 to 11. That day as well was a party for my friend who passed away. That was like the first death that I really dealt with as, you know, someone who like was conscious of what life is and things like that. So it really hit me. And it was only 2 years and her birthday was the next day. But her family was having something for her. I love them so much. Her mom, I consider my second, but I had to work, so I couldn't go. And I was just down about it, and I was just on a low energy. You know, I was like brushing my teeth in the mirror, like, it was raining, but it wasn't raining really bad. It was like, it was cloudy outside and drizzle. Enough drizzle to cover the windshield, but not to the point where you know, I was dressed. My hair was slicked back also. There's 3 ways to get to my job. Straight, I can just go straight to the town that it's into, or I could turn and then turn, or the third route basically takes you like in between both. It's called Rodney Road. At the time, I did not have my car. I was still driving my mom's. She had a little Acura. My mom, she packed me so much good food. The day before, we had a cookout at my aunt's house. The hot dogs, the mac and check, the burgers, just everything. It was my little lunchbox was, you know, right beside me. I get in the car, it's raining, mind you, but it's still warm. So I put down the windows, and as soon as when I got into the car, it stopped raining. It was still cloudy. I know it wasn't done with. I'm gonna take the shortcut. I wasn't late to work or anything. I was just moving slow, but I was still, you know, making good time. The road that I get on, where I crashed, it's the entrance is like 2 minutes away from my house. So I turn on it, and then as soon as I turn on it, it starts to rain again. Not really bad, but it's raining. That road is curvy on any day, on a sunny day. So I'm driving, I got my music blasting, trying to cheer myself up, trying to get ready for this 8-hour shift. The song just had come out, the all of this and all of that, I take a nigga and give him back. And I'm telling you, not even 5 minutes into my route, like, all right, so the way that the road goes, it's like, right? Curve. I'm gonna put a picture up here. I'm not even gonna try to do all of it. As I was driving, mind you, towards this way, so the other side is right here, I'm turning on that curve. I love driving. My dad taught me how to drive, and he's the best driver. He was a truck driver, a bus driver, all of that. So he knew how to drive, and I was pretty good at it. So, and it was 3 years into my license. Never had a car accident, never been in one. So I'm driving, and I'm getting to the curve, and as I'm turning, I feel that like it's swaying the whole car. And I'm like, you know, this usually doesn't happen. So as I start to brake, I guess that pushed out the back even more. The way the roads are where I live, it's like the road and then the ground goes like this. But the ground goes like this and then up. Like a regular gully or a regular, whatever they call those, a regular ditch. But there was a driveway into the ditch. I'm turning, and all of a sudden I feel the weight, and I hit the brake, and the weight of the car is so heavy. I'm trying to correct it. It the back of the car hits into the driveway. It would have kept turning if it wasn't for the driveway right there. That's when I lost it. I was like, no. Down. Y'all know that scene. Once it hit the driveway, the rest is history. I hit it hard. I remember everything.
I have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Mind you, all my windows are down. See, after I felt the hit, I just closed my eyes. I was like, for the turning. I was in it for a couple seconds before it registered in my head. I always told myself to always call out to God and say, God protect me if I'm in a car accident. Because I remember this one story as a kid where my aunt, she knows this woman who was in a car accident in the highway, and she ran into like the concrete walls that are on, beside. And I remember that they said, she was like, God protect me, and she's here today. She got flown out of her car. Like, the craziest stuff happened, but nothing happened to her. Her phone was locked, but they said, like, when she got to the hospital and was, like, starting to put things together, she was like, how did you get into my phone? A lot of miracles. So when it finally registered, I was like, God protect me! Expelliarmus! Like, I said it like it was a spell. Like that. No exaggeration. And I mean, I can't remember everything fully, but I've been saying that since then. Like, so it's not like, I'm trying to recall it now, and I remember it so vividly. It all stopped, bro. So at that point, my eyes are still closed. I open my eyes. My body is turned this way. Here's the steering wheel in front of me. My body is turned this way. My foot was up on the glass, like I was standing on it. This is the bottom of my foot. I'm like, I sit back correctly, and I'm like, my mom's car. I don't even think she had that car for a year. The car before, I messed up. Nah, that car expired on me. I didn't mess it up. And we don't got money like that. So to lose my mom's car while I got a job intentionally to make money to get my own car, I was like, dang, like I was so close to be able to buy my own car, and then that happened. So I was like, now, not even on a selfish thing, but it's just like, bro, I was trying to use this to get me, but now I gotta take that money and give it to her. I'm looking around, the passenger window is down. There's a pile of dirt in the passenger seat. It went all the way up to where the brake is for the the headrest. So it's completely silent. Mind you, I was blasting my music. There's dirt in the air, and I just remember looking at the radio. So after it happened, I'm like, I gotta find my phone. So it was plugged into the outlet. I looked to the pile. It's all I see is my red charger cord just into the pile of dirt, and I'm like, as much as I wanted to like grab that quick, I did not want to grab the cord, and then it unplugged. So I was just like, but also I was just in a car accident. I don't know if this car is about to catch on fire. I don't know. So I'm like, pull it, like, and I got it out. Look at my phone. I have no service, bro. Like, I gotta call my mom. It says in the corner, no service, but I'm still trying. I'm in the middle of the street, like looking at the phone, walking slow. It was like trees, but right after you could see the house, but they weren't facing me. First of all, I live in a southern state. You already know what the world's climate has been, it's very, very in your face right now, but it's been this way. So, and that's, you always have been subconscious of how you have to live, or if you're safe or not. Even if you were just in a life and death situation, I was still worrying about if I'm going to the right house. So let that sink in. So I knock, and I'm like, come in. You was expecting me? Her baby opens it. He in his diaper. And I was like, my body's different. He's shaking. I'm like, hi, I just got in a car accident. Can I use your phone to call my mom? Oh, I thought that's what I heard. I heard a car crash. Yeah, come in. I'm in dirt. She's like, here. So it still was not working. I called my mom like 3 times on her phone. And she was like, yeah, my son, he said, Mom, that was a car crash. And, I ain't paying him no mind. Yeah, girl. No mind to me, about to lose my life. Ooh, YOLO. Hey, nah, she's a cool lady, so I can't even. So she said, do you want me to take you there? Like, where do you live? And I told her, she was like, oh yeah, I know exactly where that is. Come on, let's go. So she got up her kids and everything. And this, mind you, I was just about to die. But the whole time I'm still being appreciative. I'm thinking like, wow, this lady is like, really helpful. A lady, the person who opened the door could have really said, "Can't help you, get off my property," you know, or "I ain't got nothing to do with that, get away from me," things like that, you know. Just she could have wiped her hands with me, basically. So while she's rounding up her kids and everything, it was a good 5 minutes before no one was on that road. Cars driving on the road, and they stop and they see like this. They see the car's not on the road anymore. It's on. Okay, so mind you, I was going this way, but the car ended up this way on the other side of the road. So a woman and a man, and then the man gets out and he goes to the car and he was like, "Are you all?" They're gone. There's nobody here. Like, it was the funniest thing. There's trees to the house, so I can see the road, but they're not looking at the house, nor can they see me. From the porch, I was like, I'm over here. "Oh, are you all right?" "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." I don't know why it's so funny. About to get in the car now with the woman. She's ready and everything, but then her neighbors, who I think driveway was the one that did it. Let's get into that. So I'm about to get in the car, literally open the door, and the lady's like, "Oh, you can't leave the scene of an accident. I've already called the cops. You can't leave a scene." I did not know that. I was about to go to my mom. She was like, "Well, here, you know, I'll go and get your mom." So I was like, okay. It was 2 elderly white women that were the neighbors who called the cops. So they was like, you know, "You want to wait with us as she goes to get her and that stuff?" And I was like, you know, "Okay, thank you." And I was like, "Can I borrow one of you guys' phone? I have to call my job to tell them I just got in a car accident. I can't make it." Yes, you know, "Get in my car, you know, it looks like it's about to rain. Come sit with us while the cops and ambulance come." I said, okay. I'm calling, and as I'm calling, it was like, "Do you want to pray?" You know, okay, you know, I'm a God-fearing man. Yeah. As they do it, they grab my hands and like they're doing the phone, so it's awkward because it's like I'm trying to call, but you know, I love the Lord. Thank you for just bringing me out of that. As soon as she starts, "Dear Lord," the phone is connected to her car. Beep! How do you Thank you, God, for bringing him out of this, and please protect him. Make sure nothing's wrong with him. That's when I really got emotional. It was like an eye-opening moment of like, there's really good people out there, you know, black or white. As much as we don't like people to have a overall mindset of us, we do that as well, but in fear, because we just don't know how we're being perceived, being that we're perceived so wrong. She finished the prayer, and I was just like, you know, "I can't come in. I got in a car accident." And the one I'm on the phone with is like, okay, like, y'all handle that. You know, "What you want me to do? Come in?" Like, I just got in a whole accident. As she starts to pray and everything, it starts to rain. So mind you, this whole time, from the moment that I was driving to the moment that I was outside after the accident, all of that, it was not raining. But as soon as I got into shelter, it started to pour down rain. The ambulance got there before the cops, and it was like, you know, "Are you okay?" And this, that, frick, frack. They took me into the ambulance, asking me all questions, telling me to do stuff. And that's when I really finally got to like look at myself and see if I am okay. Not one scratch on my face, not one scratch on my body. Had a mark. You can't even see it. It was like the slightest mark. It was a burn from the airbag. And I think I had one cut on my knuckle, like a nail cut. I'm sitting in there, and now I'm starting to I was drenched because I had to walk to the ambulance and everything. They're just like, "Your vitals are okay, you're you know, you're talking well, you're responding, your pupils are responding, everything is good." She was like, "Do you want to go?" And I know them bills, I know them hospital bills. I was not, they just kept putting it on me. "Do you want to go to the hospital? Do you want us to drive?" I'm Gucci, man. Okay?
Dama. Gucci bandana.
"Are you sure?" So it's like, "I'm good." And I was like, wow, you really had a guardian angel over you. Like, you got somebody watching you. You have a plan. There's definitely a plan for you out there. So I'm just starting to get teary-eyed, because that's when I really started to put 2 and 2 together that, you know, my friend Chunky's birthday was tomorrow, and I was missing out on her birthday, and on the way to work, I got in an accident. Wow, was that you, man? Like, I don't know. It was a very spiritual, eye-opening moment. So at this time now, after I've told them for the 30th time, my mom finally gets there now, and the cops are getting there and everything. As I'm coming around the ambulance, I see my mom coming from the other side. and the ambulance was in the way for her, so she couldn't see the car yet. So when I saw her is when she was able to see the car, and she didn't even see me. I was walking up to her and she was like, girl, I am right here. Hello. Like, my mom is the strongest woman I know. I know a lot of strong women. She up there. She number one though. My mom. So just to see her so emotional, I was just like, it was tearing me up because it was my fault. Like, I'm the reason why you crying right now. So I'm trying to like hug her, tell her I'm okay. I'm right here. Like, it's okay. We good. Ow. To the point that I'm picking her up. Like, it's a girl. Cause you about to make me mad.
Okay, wait. Round of applause.
No, you about to make me sad. Shout out to my good old neighbor Anisha. Love you, girl. Sprinting up the steps to my mom and was like, "Hey, girl, Matthew got in an accident. We gotta go. Mom, we gotta go. Like here, get in the car. Let's go." Neighbor and my neighbor's mom, they both came with her, and now we're in her car and everything, and my mom cannot pull it together. The times that she do is for 30 seconds. She like, after all the hysteria and everything, that's when I start to really get a time to like look at the car myself too. Y'all, the trunk was bent upward, the glass was broken, the bumper on the front was gone. It was the whole steel bar just sitting out there. The way the car rested on the road, it was like the front of the car was still on the road, and I tell you how it was a ditch. So it looked like it had teeth. Like, it was like, it looked like it was like, everything was gone. I had a watermelon in the car. That watermelon could have hit my head, knocked me out, killed me. Like, if I would have died by a watermelon, I would have really felt betrayed. The car key was stuck on the inside. I couldn't get it out of the thing. I had to like yank it. I realized when I finally started looking at the car how close the car was to a light pole. Like, if I would have kept sliding more, it would have been over. The first cop who got there, he was talking and everything. He was like, "You all right now?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "So how many times did you flip?" Huh? Hold on, is it right? Flip. It's like, yeah, the damage shows that the car flipped. Buddy, I can't tell you nothing. My eyes was closed. It flipped. Yeah, about 2 or 3 times, I'd say. That must mean that the car, as it went on the curb and when the back hit it, swung it around. As to why my feet and my body swayed this way, I landed with the driver's side and across the street. But if I would have slid any more, y'all, like, I would have been wrapped around a pole. No exaggeration. My dad gets there now. I just told y'all how my mom reacted. My dad gets there, he was like, "You all right?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, and just walked right and just kept going to the car. What hell? My aunt, she don't show emotion like that. She knows about like cutting wood and walking dogs, and she was a police before, you know, back in the day. So she's very like non-emotional basically. And she brought my dad, so she was just like, "You okay? You all right? I'm so glad that you're here with us, man." You know, like, wow. She just kept repeating that, looking at the car like, "Wow, you was not supposed to come out." And she was just like, "A scratch? You only have scratches." Now I'm really like, am I invincible? You think I'm invincible? The cop asked me, he was like, "So you were speeding? How fast were you going?" Like, as I was about to say yeah, I realized that I was messing up. So I was like, "So how fast were you going?" Had to be about 60. Mind you, the speed limit is 55. So I try to save myself, but Hoti, that area, it's supposed to be 35. I can't even tell you if I really was speeding. I was not looking at the speedometer in the car accident. Like, sorry. I'm gonna have to write, hold on. I'm gonna have to write you a ticket, you know, for reckless driving. Girl, give me the ticket. Okay. Then, so they asked me to write up my report. And while I'm writing it, my dad come in there. He's like, "What are you saying?" He has a Jamaican accent. I can only do a couple things. I'm not finna embarrass myself. No. I have to tell him you was speeding. Anytime that tell him it was a deer running our road. you got it next time, buddy, but I can't recant now. Going in on what I should have did. My dad was always talking about what I should have did instead of saying what we gonna do now to get out of it. You know, like, I noticed that about him. My mom, after she come at her distressed to look at him like, you don't shut up. Like, he's here. Okay, we would deal with the ticket later. We're carless. That was the only car that we had. After everything leaves, mind you, I lost my food. If you know me, I have a huge water bottle. Hold on. I carry around a bottle like this. Chunky's mom actually bought me the first one, the original, which I had my whole first year in college. Being that the window was open, I not only lost the top to that bottle, I lost my food. That was top 2, the most painful part. Number 1, the accident. Psych! Number 1 was missing out on a day's worth of pay. I was so hurt. Cut the cameras. I was hurt, man. I went home, I changed, hopped in the shower. I'm looking at my body like, I'm really still here. And my mom was still like, you want to go to the hospital? Like, yeah, let's go. At this point, I didn't really tell much people. I think one person texted me, and at that point, it was like, what you doing? So I was like, just got in a car accident. What you doing, girl? That's so crazy. Actually, that same person I told that, and when my dad passed, like, that was the first person I told both times, and I don't even know that person anymore. Don't even know if I did. I'm at the hospital, and I'm waiting. I'm in the room. They're checking me. They're saying everything is good, and all of a sudden, I get a phone call. My best friend Olivia. Shout out to my bestie Olivia. Happy. Blah blah blah. Like, I'm coming now. Where you at? I'm coming. I was just like, girl, it's okay. I'm good. Like, I'm a G. I'm a dog. You know I'm good. They love me. Everybody, they love me. I'm telling my folks. My mom, of course, got her folks now. So the deacon of the church at the hospital in the emergency room with me, like, looking at me, just saying, wow. Moral of the story, I was good. I didn't go to work. I actually was being shaded for not coming to work. Crazy me that I'm not even gonna get into that. All in all, that was my car accident. First and last, hopefully. I feel like if that would have never happened, I would be moving differently. Like, I always wish there was a computer that you could type in, you know, if this never happened in my life, what would, you know, how would have things panned out? They say, you know, I still think about that car, but they say, like, the brakes were so horrible, so who's to say that your mom could have been driving it and, you know, something bad happened to her. So I was like, y'all right, and I'm all right, so good night. To this day, still to this day, you know, no concussion, no, oh, you had a broken rib the whole time, surprise. That was my first car accident, and I survived. Thank you, guys. So thank you guys for watching my YouTube video, my story time, my first story time. I would do more like this if y'all want more like life type story times or story times, you know, more juicy. Let your majesty know. First of all, let's talk about the uploading time. I did not know it takes that long to upload. My butt trying to post on the last day of June. I'll tell y'all the significance about that one day. And it did not post till 12:30 the next day. I was like, all right. But hey, the first, you know, first of the month, starting off new, starting something different. So why not anyway? Yeah, I'm going to make it an effort to post every Tuesday and Saturday. So if your post notifications are not on, even though they should be, you now know what days to come look for me. Tuesdays and Saturdays. I don't know, like, is that it, guys? Are we good? Is that all? We got it? All right. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Keep spreading that positivity and love. And I'm out.
Enough, Reggie.